together. Trust, which is the base, helping employees feel confident in their leaders and co-workers. The second one is the respect, which makes sure that everyone feels valued, no matter their role or background. The third one is the open communication that allows people to share ideas and concerns freely, while fairness ensures that decisions are clear and unbiased. Additionally, emotional support from the leaders and colleagues also helps employees handle stress and stay mentally healthy. And all these elements together create a workplace where employees feel safe, motivated, and confident to do their best work. Role of leadership. Leadership plays a very important role in shaping the psychological environment of an organization. Leaders influence the workplace through their behavior, the way they communicate, and how they make decisions. And supportive leaders listen carefully, give helpful feedback, and show understanding. And this builds trust and keeps employees engaged. On the other hand, strict or unsupportive leaders can create fear, lower morale, and affect the performance. Good leaders know that their job is not just to manage the work, but also to create an environment where employees feel comfortable, confident, and able to grow. Mind it that people don't leave jobs; they leave managers. Impact on employee well-being. A positive psychological work environment helps employees feel better by reducing stress, anxiety, and burnout. When employees feel supported and valued, they are more emotionally stable and satisfied with their jobs. Such environments also support work life balance, raise awareness about mental health, and provide help for dealing with challenges. As a result, employees become stronger, more focused, and able to work productively for a long time. Connection to employee engagement. Employee engagement is strongly connected to the psychological work environment. Engaged employees are those who care about their work and feel committed to the organization's goals. A supportive environment motivates employees to do more work than just their basic tasks. They take responsibility for their work and share new ideas. High engagement leads to better performance, stronger teamwork, and more positive workplace culture. Influence on organizational performance. Organizations that focus on employees' psychological well being often perform better than their competitors. A positive work environment increases productivity, reduces absenteeism, and lowers employee turnover. When employees feel safe and secure, they are more creative and work better with others. And this helps the organization to grow and adapt to changes. It shows that investing in a good psychological environment is not only good for employees, but also a smart strategy for success. Negative psychological environments. Negative psychological work environment is one where there is fear, lack of trust, poor communication, and unfair treatment. And such environments cause stress, burnout, and make employees lose interest in their work. And in these workplaces, employees feel afraid to share their ideas or speak about the problems. This leads to poor decision and less innovation. Over time, it can harm the organization's reputation and cause more employees to leave their jobs. Work stress and burnout. Workplace stress and burnout are common results of a poor psychological environment. Burnout happens when employees feel extremely tired emotionally, physically, and mentally due to long term stress. Employees facing burnout often feel speechless, discontinued from their work, and unable to perform well. To prevent this, it is important to manage workload, provide support, and recognize employees' efforts. And this helps keep employees healthy, motivated, and productive. Strategies to improve psychological environment. Improving the psychological work environment needs efforts from both leaders and the organization. And it is important to encourage open communication, give regular feedback, and make sure everyone feels included. Organizations should also focus on employee development, appreciate their achievements, and create policies that support work life balance. These steps help build trust and respect, which leads to better well being and improved performance. Role of communication. Effective communication is very important for a healthy psychological work environment. Clear and transparent communication helps employees understand the organization's goals, expectations, and any changes. It also gives employees the chance to share their ideas, express concerns, and receive feedback. Open communication reduces confusion, builds trust, and helps teams work together in a better way. Importance of recognition and appreciation. Recognition and appreciation are very important for keeping employees motivated and satisfied. And when employees feel valued for their work, they are more likely to stay engaged and committed. Even small actions like praising achievements or giving positive feedback can make a big difference. And they improve employee morale and help increase productivity. Diversity and inclusion. A psychologically healthy workplace values diversity and inclusion. It makes sure that employees from different backgrounds feel respected and appreciated. Inclusive workplaces welcome different ideas and perspectives, which helps in better decision making and encourages innovation. And when employees feel they belong, they are happier and more comfortable. Role of organizational policies. Organizational policies are very important in creating a healthy psychological work environment. Policies about work-life balance, preventing harassment, and supporting employees help building a positive workplace. Clear and fair policies make sure that decisions are consistent and employees are treated equally. And this helps employees feel safe, secure, and able to trust the organization. Real world example. Let's see the real world example. Many successful organizations show how important a positive psychological work environment is. Companies that focus on employee well-being often see higher engagement, more innovation, and better employee retention. One well-known example is Google, which conducted a study called Project Aristotle. And the study found that psychological safety was the most important factor for team success. Teams where employees felt safe to share ideas, admit mistakes, and express different opinions performed much better in innovation and teamwork. Benefits for employees and organizations. A positive psychological work environment is beneficial for both employees and the organization. And employees feel mentally healthier, more satisfied with their jobs, and more motivated to work. At the same time, organizations gain higher productivity, better teamwork, and a stronger reputation. And this helps uh, to invest in employees' well-being, which is considered as more important for overall success. Coming to the conclusion, a good psychological work environment is very important for creating successful employees and strong organizations. It affects how employees think, feel, and perform at work. And by focusing on psychological safety, good leadership, and supportive practices, organizations can build environments where employees and teams can grow and achieve their best. Thank you. So now I would like to request the first presentation from Dr. Tina, who is the country president of OSHAssociation, Seychelles chapter. Yes, Dr. Tina, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Hassan. Hope everybody can hear me well.
Yeah, Prof.
So let me just share my turn to share my screen. Can everybody see?
Yes, Prof, I can see your screen.
Okay. So thank you very much, Mr. Hassan. I think you did a very good general overview on and for better understand how to improve the psychological environment in a workplace to make it safer. I've been asked to concentrate a little bit more on the women aspect. So for me, will be also not very long. I'm happy to answer question if anyone has question later on. So the presentation is really about the impact that the work can psychologically affect women. So why focus on women? But I think this is something that we can all agree that women are not only working when they go in the workplace, but they are working also at home. They have responsibility, so they are double, sometimes triple workload. They are very emotional. We know that we lady, we take everything really close to our heart when we do something. In some country, I'm sure there are more cultural expectations vis-a-vis the women or at work or at home. So for me, is I will try to speak more focusing on what happened in Seychelles, but bear with me, is something that is really across the world and also overall is a big impact on the well-being. So we women are we employee, yes, we can be mother, we can be caregiver, we are household managers, we are emotional support for the system overall. We have responsibility that are rarely shared equally, and they create a heavy psychological load. In Seychelles, for example, we have a very strong family bond, and the expectation of a woman at home is very high. We often feel the pressure like we have to manage everything. We have to be everywhere 24/7. And this happen that is affect the mental health, is affect directly the job performance, and overall is affecting also the quality of life overall. When we talk about of the load, we have to think about what we define as invisible load. So we're looking at mental and emotional work that women carry that we don't see. So we have what we call the household management. The household management, like, you have to prepare the meal, you have to remember the appointment, you have to manage the children needs, if they need help with their homework, if they have deadline to give at school. And then we have also care for the elderly and relative, the grandma, the mother, the auntie. We also providing any emotional support vis-a-vis the entourage, all the people around us, friends and acquaintance also. We have we are constantly mental planning. We are like, when I don't say that the men, they don't do that, but when we finish work, we finish with the work as an employee, then we go for the work at home. We have to plan for the dinner. We have to plan for the next day. We have a constant mental activity that contribute to stress and burnout. I think Mr. Hassan speak quite extensively a bit about the burnout, that how can it happen, how can it impact in a workplace. So women are much more exposed to that. And this is due to work-life imbalance, where we have long working hour, we are limited flexibility. On top of that, you have a pressure to perform at work and at home. And then you have lack of rest and personal time. So what they mean that women feel that they cannot really rest because they are always something to do. You know, they always expecting to do something. Without a flexible work arrangement or supportive supervisors, women end up to sacrificing sleep and health and personal life, and this is one of the biggest imbalance that can contribute to psychological stress. Another thing that women can be exposed, not everywhere, I hope so, but we don't have to forget about domestic violence that also affects psychological safety. This is not that every home is safe for the woman. Some they are very lucky that are safe, but not all women are safe at home. But not even at work, okay? Even violence affect emotional stability. There is the fear, there is the silence, there is the stigma, and sometimes people think that you can be safe at work, and then you get the violence. Can be psychological or physical, not necessarily that is always physical. This is what also can affect a woman. So it affect concentration, it affect attendance, it affect the emotional well-being of the woman. Sometimes can affect the physical safety of the woman also. So women have a tendency to be closed in and to like suffer in silence due to the stigma or the fear that like, if I say something, somebody will say something to the one who is doing the violence against the woman. So they are scared to say it, and then they keep everything inside. So all this is a workplace must recognize that psychological safety includes supporting a victim of violence, offering confidential reporting channel. I think Mr. Hassan mentioned that also, that when you feel safe in a workplace, you are free, you are more willing to report, to talk, to bring forward your concern. So here even more, like if in the workplace you have a counselor or the HR department or the health and safety department have this channel where the woman or even a man, but he feel that he need to talk, he need a support, there is those channel without any fear of retaliation or victimization, so to feel it safe. So it's very important that we are able to identify the early sign of some fatigue and burnout, for emotional withdrawal, for decline. You can see decline in performance, increase of absenteeism. These are all signs of fear or distress. These are all struggles that can be seen. But you have to train people. You have to tell them when you see this, you don't just ignore it, because this fatigue, burnout, emotional withdrawal are warning that if it's not taken into account at an early stage, can always degenerate. So sometimes they also have exhaustion. You can have irritability. Sorry. You have a change in performance and unexplained absences. So as colleague, a supervisor, a manager, you as a health and safety people, you have to train those people to recognize the early sign and respond with empathy, and never with criticism, because you can never be in the shoes of somebody else. If a woman is affected, automatically the children will be affected. Because when women are overwhelmed, the children will feel it. The stress is transferred to the children. The children can become anxious, can have a withdrawn or act out. A mother well-being is directly linked to a child emotional stability. So if the mother is not emotionally stable, the child become emotional insecure, and it will affect also his development and at school. To manage your stress, It's very important. So you have to have enough time to rest. It's very important. Rest is when your body reset. It's like recovering, regenerating. So you have to have time for yourself. Me time is not selfish. Is essential. You need me time. You cannot care for other people if you don't care for yourself. So you have to feel good for yourself before you can care for others. So you need time to rest, to breathe, to reflect, to reconnect with yourself. You have to ensure that you have your own personal identity. That is what you are, who you are, how you do it. You have to protect your mental health. You have to reduce the stress, and all this will improve resilience. So stress management is key. When I teach stress management, I always say everybody is different. So if you want the magic solution for stress management, it does not exist like you do this and it's done. No, for stress management, you really have to find the little thing that you really feel that when you do it, you feel relax, you feel you enjoy doing that. Is like, this is what, when I said now I feel good, and you do it. For some people, maybe taking a walk. For some people is reading. For some people is swimming. Everyone has his own way to manage stress, so it's very important. And you find the little thing that you make you happy, that you feel, you make you rest when you've done it, when you feel satisfied, and this is your stress management. What is important is like, as a health and safety officer, we cannot be everywhere. We cannot do everything. But what you have to do is to liaise with your employer, the one in charge, and make them understand that psychological safety is very, 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 very important. So you have to start thinking about flexible schedules. Employers are critical in the role of psychologically safe environment. You have to have flexibility, you have to have empathy, and you have to understanding that is a long way. Policy, Ms. Hassan also mentioned policies. Policy must support women, not penalize them. So you need to have a supportive supervisor. You have to have the way of having confidential reporting channel, and you have to have a family-friendly policy. And don't forget that it's very important that you train people to understand, coach them, show them how to recognize, how to be emotional linked to the person, recognize psychological risk, how to respond appropriately is very, very important. Workplace must be safe, supportive, and empowering space. In the context of Seychelles, we are very small. We are a very small population. We are a very small workforce. So there is a lot of pressure on people when they work, because if the company spend money on give the formation of the person, they don't want them to go. But as Mr. Hassan says, people, they don't leave job. They leave managers. You're right. They leave the person that is in charge of. So when the manager doesn't show this empathy with the person, if they have any distress, then is where everything fall apart. So women make up here in Seychelles make a very significant portion of our workplace. And there is also the central person of a family. So yet cultural expectation often place a heavy burden on them. So we need community-based support. We must break the silence around psychological stress. I don't know why people, they are scared to say I'm stressed or I need help. And another thing is very difficult people to say domestic violence. Maybe in big countries much easier, I don't know. But in Seychelles, because everybody knows everyone, the moment you start opening your mouth, people start thinking that you will tell the other one because you know that one, and everybody knows everyone. So be responsible, be respectful of a person that needs support is very, very important. So building a psychosocially safe environment is very important. A healthy psychological environment is built out on respect, trust, and fairness. I don't want to repeat myself. Mr. Hassan already spoke about those, but it requires open communication, strong policy, and a culture where women feel safe and valued. And this is not the responsibility of only one person or one of the health and safety officer. This really has to be throughout the entire workplace, family, and community. So it's really, we had to put in place a zero tolerance with regard of harassment, and we have to have system in place for support. So I'm reaching the end of my presentation. So the call for action is, one is to protect what? We have to protect women when we work. We have to support the families, because as I say, if the woman is affected, automatically the children will be affected. You have to be strengthen the workplace, strengthen the policy, strengthen the support system that you have in a workplace. You have to promote the well-being. We don't really promote well-being. We promote like maybe I don't know, you did well, you sell well, I give you a little bonus. But what is the money is not everything. We have to think really about the human being, the well-being of the person, emotion, not only physically or healthy wise, but wealthy wise, but is also the mind. The mind is very important. And then you have to build a safer, here for me, I will try to build a safer social, but we have to build a safer world around all workplaces to make sure that a woman thrive, for family flourish, and the workplace are safe for all, not only for women, but for men, and for everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tina, for sharing your insights. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Now I would like to request the second speaker, Miss Dorothy Semasiku, who is a managing director for DOSH Training and Consultancy Firm and authorized training partner and director for training and certification for OSHAssociation in Namibia. Yes, Doctor, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hassan. Before I start, I would like to give my contribution to Ms. Tina. Okay, thank you to Ms. Tina's presentation. Women, we go through a lot because of our dual responsibilities. We have our professional duties. We also have our family responsibilities. But society expects a woman to still maintain the balance. My encouragement to my fellow women today is that let's do what we can. Whatever we do, whether it's our professional duties, whether it is our family responsibilities, let us do it with care, taking into consideration our well-being. It is very, very important. I would like to suggest a few things just to encourage my fellow women. Just a few tips that has helped me as a woman to be able to have a work-family balanced life, although it is quite difficult. Well, in the home setup, for example, responsibilities can be shared among partners and family members. Why are we doing this? We are doing this to reduce stress, to reduce risks of burnout. Children can be assigned age-appropriate tasks. Be considerate of what type of task you give to a child, depending on the age. Why are we doing this? We are just actually reducing single-person burden. Most of the organizations that are led by women, women experience a lot of stress because we are trying to strive towards perfection. Let me tell you, my fellow women, there is nothing like perfection. We can only do what we can to reduce mental, while taking care of our mental health. Always find yourself something to do, whether you go on a holiday, whether you go on a dinner, whatever that you do to relax your mind, it is very important as a woman. We are too much overwhelmed with work. We are too much overwhelmed with families, but we forget that we are only women. Thank you. I will now move to my presentation. Thank you very much, Mr. Hassan. Okay, thank you very much. This is Dorothy Simasiku. My focus this evening is on the role of leadership in fostering a positive psychosocial work environment. We are mainly going to focus on the role of leadership. In every organization, we have leaders. The leaders who are supposed to inspire their employees on a day-to-day basis. So what is their role in fostering a positive psychosocial work environment? Psychosocial work environment refers to how the work is designed, the organization and management of work and the social context at which at work affect employees' mental health, well-being, and performance. This is according to the World Health Organization 2010. The word psycho means mind. It relates to the thoughts, emotions, attitudes, and mental processes. Social in this context means the interaction, relationships, and connections people have with others in their workplaces. In a nutshell, we are saying this is how people relate and interact with one another in the workplace. In a work environment, it includes communication, as it was mentioned before by the previous speakers, communication between employees, relationships with colleagues and supervisors, teamwork and collaboration, support from others, workplace culture, and a sense of belonging. In all these aspects, leadership plays a key role in shaping workplace experiences. Why leaders matter? Why leadership matters? Leadership matters because it is the foundation of workplace well-being. Leaders are responsible for setting organizational climate. Leadership establishes the tone and culture of the workplace. These are the responsibilities of the leader. They need to ensure that they establish the tone and the culture of the workplace through their values, attitudes, and behaviors. They influence whether the environment is supportive or toxic. Leaders who promote respect, inclusivity, and fairness create a sense of psychological safety where employees feel valued and secure. It is the responsibility of the leaders in any organization to allocate well-being resources. Well-being resources are very crucial. Strategic investment in mental health programs and supportive initiatives. Leaders decide what support, time, tools, and systems are provided to protect and to promote employees' physical, social, and mental well-being. When we talk about allocating well-being resources, what resources are we actually looking at? We are looking at human resources. Let it be the responsibility of the leadership in an organization to ensure that employees who are experiencing problems in a workplace are assisted with counseling services. Let them make sure that in any workplace, the employees' time management is taken care of by ensuring that employees have breaks, they have flexible schedules. Employees should also be encouraged to take leave. When you as a leader experience an employee going through challenges in the workplace, encourage the leader, the employee to take a break. It will help to rejuvenate the person and be fresh the next day. The work design is also crucial. There should be reasonable workloads. There should be clear roles in the workplace to accommodate the well-being of the employee. Leadership matters because leaders have a responsibility to promote open communication. Effective leadership encourages transparent and two-way communication. When employees feel heard and understood, trust develops. Leaders who actively listen, provide feedback, and communicate expectations clearly reduce uncertainty and anxiety in the workplace. Leadership matters because leaders are responsible for supporting employees' well-being. As a leader in your workplace, you should be able to identify signs of stress and burnout in an employee. Promote work-life balance and provide support systems such as counseling services. Leaders should be able to build positive relations. Leaders who model collaboration, empathy, and conflict resolution help build strong workplace relationships. This reduces workplace bullying, harassment, and conflicts. Recognition and motivation is also very crucial as one of the responsibilities of a leader. A leader should be able to acknowledge employees' efforts, boost their morale and self-esteem. Leaders who provide recognition and rewards contribute to a positive climate where employees feel appreciated and motivated. In addition, leaders should create inclusive and safe workplaces. It is the responsibility of the leaders to ensure that diversity is respected and discrimination is not tolerated, whether based on gender, based on race. It should not be tolerated. Inclusive leadership promotes equality and belonging, which are essential for a positive psychosocial environment. Leaders are called to lead by example. Transformational leadership and ethical leadership are few that I'm going to mention now. Leaders who demonstrate integrity, fairness, and accountability set a powerful example. Transformational leaders in particular inspire and motivate employees by creating a shared vision, encouraging innovation, and supporting personal development. Okay. We are almost towards the end. Okay. These are a few of the documents that should guide us in terms of how we should lead our entrusted organizations in ensuring the health and safety of employees in our workplaces. Every employee should be able to look forward to going to work the next day. We have in Namibia what we call the Namibia Labor Act 11 of 2007. The Labor Act of 2007 regulates employment relations in Namibia and ensure fair labor practices. It aims to protect employees' rights and promote fair treatment at work. We also have the affirmative action, in brackets employment, 29 of 1998. The Affirmative Action Act aims to promote equality and correct historical imbalances in employment. We also have the ILO, which is the International Labour Organization, which is a guiding tool to support health and productive work environments by addressing stress. In addition to that, we have the World Health Organization, Health Workplace Framework, which is a specialized agency. The WHO is a specialized agency of the United Nations responsible for international public health. Its purpose is to promote health and keep the world safe and save the vulnerable. Schools are also supported by a school safety framework to ensure safe and secure learning. Environment, it aims to protect learners and the staff members and the school properties, prevent violence, bullying, and abuse in schools. Let's not ignore the policies and regulations that govern our organizations for a safer workplace. This evening, we are saying, when we incorporate leadership with legislation, we will have a positive psychosocial environment. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Ms. Dorothy, for your presentation and sharing your insights with us. Thank you so much once again. Thank you.
You're welcome, Mr. Hassan.
Thank you. Now, I would like to mention a comment from Mr. Rabah from Algeria. He has mentioned on a YouTube live session that psychosocial issues at work and home are driven by high job demands, low decision-making power, weak social support, and family stressors. He also mentioned about the solutions require workplace reforms, stronger legal protections, and community-based mental health support. Thank you, Mr. Rabah, for mentioning your comments on Facebook. So I would like to request all the participants who has joined this session to mention your contributions on Zoom chat or YouTube session, live channel. Thank you so much. So I would like to thank once again all the delegates who have joined from United Kingdom, Ghana, Guinea, Nigeria, Cameroon, United Arab Emirates, Seychelles, Gambia, Zambia, Pakistan, India, Benin Republic, etc. Thank you so much, all the members, all the delegates who have joined today in this summit. Thank you so much. Now we will be going on a short break for 3 minutes. So I would like to request all the delegates to keep joining this summit and do not sign off. Thank you so much. Thank you. We will be returning back after 3 minutes. Thank you.
The Occupational Safety and Health Association, or OSHAssociation, is an international professional membership and certification organization. Our mission? To promote safety across industries worldwide. The first, opening to passing, is an obscure electoral zone in California from Demonstration. In the fields of health, safety, security, and environment, OSHAssociation provides members with the tools and resources they need to excel. From expert guidance and training to impactful events, we empower you to lead the way in preventing workplace injuries, illnesses, and fatalities. By joining OSHAssociation, you showcase your passion for safety, your commitment to excellence, and your expertise in ensuring the safety of lives and properties globally. Together, let's make the world a safer place. Join OSHAssociation today. The Occupational Safety and Health Association, or OSHAssociation, is an international professional membership and certification organization. Our mission? to promote safety across industries worldwide. The first, opening to passing, is an obscure electoral zone in California from demonstration. In the fields of health, safety, security, and environment, OSHAssociation provides members with the tools and resources they need to excel. From expert guidance and training to impactful events, we empower you to lead the way in preventing workplace injuries, illnesses, and fatalities. By joining OSHAssociation, you showcase your passion for safety, your commitment to excellence, and your expertise in ensuring the safety of lives and properties globally. Together, let's make the world a safer place. Join OSHAssociation today.
Okay, now I would like to request our third speaker, Mr. Abdullah Diallo. He is the General Manager of HSEC Training and Services, resident of the Republic of Guinea, with 20 years of experience in managing activities and training, safety and environmental. He is the OSH country president for Guinea. Welcome, sir. The floor is yours.
Okay, this is my beautiful presentation. Thank you all. As our friend Hassan Zohab said, I'm Diallo Abdullah. I'm from Guinea. Guinea is West Africa.
Oh,
Do you hear me well?
yeah, sir, I can hear you.
Okay, Guinea is West Africa. We have iron ore here. We have a lot of bauxite, diamond, gold. And we have also a lot of big mining company in Guinea, and classic training and services is managing with those big company to do with safety, high risk training, induction, general induction, incident investigation with ICAM methodology, tap road, and other. But today we are speaking about World Day Safety and Health. My presentation I will do in French, but I project in English. That's why the English guy can read it and to understand, and after I will do summary in English. I will project in English and present in French with your permission. That is the protocol. OK. Donc, comme je vous ai dit, ma présentation va être faite en français, mais je vais faire la projection déjà en anglais. Donc, vous allez voir. OK. Donc, comme je vous ai dit, le stress au travail, c'est un élément qui est très préoccupant aujourd'hui dans nos milieux de travail. Nous identifions trois stresseurs professionnels, ces trois groupes. C'est le stress qui est lié au travail et à son contenu. Il y a le stress qui est lié aux relations interpersonnelles, c'est-à-dire la relation entre les employés. Il y a aussi le stress qui est entraîné par la compagnie elle-même. Donc, comme les premiers présentateurs, en l'occurrence Hussein, Tina from Seychelles et Dorothy, c'est à peu près les mêmes approches, les mêmes compréhensions. Alors, si nous nous intéressons au stress aux causes de stress au lieu du travail, il arrive de fois qu'on demande à un employé le travail très excessif, ou bien le travailleur, il travaille, mais on n'a pas reconnu sa valeur, on n'a pas reconnu ses efforts. Le temps de présentation, le temps du travail est élevé, il y a une surcharge dans son travail. Il arrive aussi des challenges. Il a un nouveau chef, on lui a demandé beaucoup d'autres choses à faire. Cela peut aggraver la situation du travail. Le volume d'informations aussi qu'on demande à un travailleur. L'incertitude, il n'est pas orienté, il ne sait pas comment il travaille. L'aspect culturel, il a un chef, il ne comprend pas sa culture, il ne respecte pas sa culture ou inversement, le chef ne respecte pas sa culture. Donc tout cela peut entraîner une mauvaise ambiance de travail et augmenter le niveau de stress dans le travail. Si nous prenons la réaction au niveau du stress, voici quelques éléments importants. Les signes possibles dans une équipe. Vous allez voir que les gens sont tous en colère envers la hiérarchie. Ils n'ont plus d'initiative. Il y a une formation des clans. Il y a un conflit entre les groupes. Et le chef qui est là, il est en train toujours de recruter de nouvelles personnes. Donc, c'est ce qu'on appelle le turnover. Ça va entraîner la chute négative de rendement au niveau du travail. Il y a aussi l'attitude critique envers les collègues et une mentalité de bouc émissaire. Donc, le travailleur est là, il veut vraiment se sacrifier pour arrêter ce que les autres n'ont pas. Maintenant, parlons des conséquences du stress. Donc, voici quelques signes. Les employés sont très fatigués. Il y a des problèmes mineurs de santé, maux de tête, maux de dos, et des palpitations, des vertiges et manque de sommeil. Il y a aussi, si on n'a pas maîtrisé ces signes mineurs, ceci peut s'aggraver, ça peut entraîner un problème mental. Et finalement, l'employé peut faire son burn-out. Et si le burn-out n'est pas maîtrisé par des psychologues, par des spécialistes, ça peut entraîner la mort. C'est pourquoi, ou le suicide même de l'employé. C'est pourquoi en Guinée, aujourd'hui, il y a beaucoup d'entreprises, ils ont pris des psychologues et ces psychologues-là font des écoutes actives. Ça, c'est important pour pouvoir aider les travailleurs qui sont en difficulté. Quelles sont les conséquences du stress? Les conséquences du stress, c'est à plusieurs niveaux, surtout pour l'entreprise. On peut constater une désorganisation totale de l'entreprise. Un niveau élevé de stress au niveau de l'entreprise, comme je vous ai dit tantôt, ça peut entraîner des abandons, ça peut entraîner des turnovers, ça peut entraîner beaucoup de difficultés et ça peut même entraîner des accidents au niveau du travail. Quelques employés peuvent être démissionnés s'ils ne sont pas reconnus. Alors, ce diagramme-là, il est très important. Quand on est manager, nous devons avoir en tête ce schéma-là, ce qu'on appelle le principe de gestion du stress. Parce que le stress aussi, quand on fait la classification, ça se situe à 3 niveaux. Quand vous regardez ici, ça c'est le stress de base. Le stress de base, c'est quand on est avec les petits effets du stress au quotidien. Tu es venu en retard, ton véhicule n'a pas de carburant et il y a un embouteillage, ça c'est le stress de base. Maintenant que cela arrive, tu dois échanger avec ta hiérarchie, ton chef, à travers une écoute active. Et l'écoute active est très importante. Je pense que mes prédécesseurs l'ont dit. Quand tu fais l'écoute active à ton employé, tu pourras l'aider. Est-ce que ce qui lui est arrivé, c'est de prendre un café, prendre un thé, prendre un break, et puis ou bien le consoler? Donc, le stress de base, après l'écoute active, il faut changer l'environnement, ce qui est important. Le vert, ça c'est le stress cumulatif. Le stress cumulatif, c'est quand tu es soumis à des effets de stress qui s'aggravent. Tu es venu en retard, il y a beaucoup d'embouteillages, tu l'oses loin du lieu de travail, ton chef a commencé à noter ton retard et il n'y a pas moins de déplacements. Et puis, le travail qu'on t'a donné, tu n'as pas la maîtrise. Donc, finalement, tu es soumis aux mêmes effets de stress. Donc, ça t'entraîne un stress cumulatif. Donc, s'il n'y a pas une écoute active, finalement, tu peux avoir des problèmes. Donc, pour gérer le stress cumulatif, on fait les 3 R, repas, repos, relaxation. C'est important de bien manger, bien se reposer, faire des exercices de relaxation. Ça, la manière de gérer le stress de base. Maintenant, le stress traumatique, je pense que Tina a bien expliqué ça, Dorothy et Hassan. Ça, c'est des stress qui n'ont pas pu être maîtrisés. Donc là, ça entraîne le burn-out. Et quand on est arrivé là au niveau professionnel, il faut des grands spécialistes pour pouvoir faire des écoutes actives et pour pouvoir aider cette personne qui est en burn-out. J'ai pris du temps pour expliquer ce principe de gestion de stress pour que vous compreniez davantage. Et moi, souvent, je fais ça avec mes employés et quelques entreprises me demandent aussi de faire des écoutes actives. On a des spécialistes qui aident dans ce domaine. Alors, comment gérer le stress? Je vous ai dit au niveau individuel, au niveau du management et au niveau de l'entreprise. C'est ces conseils-là qui vont résumer le stress. Au niveau individuel, c'est de reconnaître que vous ne pouvez pas travailler dans un environnement sans être stressé. Si vous avez mis ça en tête, que le lieu du travail ne peut pas être fait sans être stressé, déjà vous avez gagné. Vous devez reconnaître votre seuil de tolérance, apprenez à vous connaître, à résoudre, à connaître et à avoir vos propres limites. Vous devez avoir une bonne distance, c'est-à-dire ni trop investi, ni trop distant. Vous devez être très modéré dans le travail. Mais il est important de savoir dire non si on vous exige de trop, surtout sur le plan professionnel. C'est pourquoi j'ai mis en bleu. Pourquoi? Parce que nous, dans notre culture, on doit vénérer un chef. On doit respecter un chef. On pense qu'après Dieu, c'est le chef, donc il faut tout faire. Mais nous enseignons aux gens quand on les demande de trop. Imagine un chauffeur qui n'a pas dormi la veille parce qu'il était en cérémonie ou bien son enfant était malade. Et le lendemain, on lui demande de faire un long trajet de plus de 500 km. Mais il va s'envoler. Vaut mieux qu'il dise à son chef, non, je ne peux pas aujourd'hui parce que je n'ai pas dormi, que d'avoir peur de dire la vérité, de garder son stress en son sein et finalement, il va faire l'accident mortel. C'est pourquoi c'est important, j'ai mis un accent sur ça. Savoir aussi utiliser les réseaux de famille, des amis, le professionnel. On n'est pas toujours appelé à être avec ses amis, il faut être aussi avec sa famille. Le réseau de famille est important dans la gestion du stress. Partagez, communiquez, exprimez-vous clairement. Aujourd'hui, il y a des entreprises qui ont fait des speak-out. Quand tu as un problème de stress, quand tu crains que tu vas être harcelé, quand tu peux avoir des problèmes, tu peux écrire à l'anonymat, tu mets dans le boîtier de speak-out. Donc, savoir identifier son stress et prioriser des actions, c'est aussi important. Tu suis des tâches à la fois. Il faut faire une tâche à la fois. Il ne faut pas faire plusieurs choses à la fois. Dormir suffisamment, manger régulièrement, maîtriser la consommation de l'alcool, des tabac, des médicaments, ça c'est important. Et pratiquer les exercices physiques. Aujourd'hui, il y a des jeunes qui se créent des problèmes parce qu'ils pensent que quand tu es stressé, il faut prendre de l'alcool. Non, tu aggraves la situation. Donc, il est important de savoir gérer son stress. Maintenant, dans l'équipe, à peu près, c'est la même chose, mais ce qui est important, dans l'équipe, il faut que le chef d'équipe fasse une organisation claire au sein de laquelle les rôles et les responsabilités sont définies. Le chef d'équipe doit prendre soin de l'équipe, son rythme, son repos, organiser des réunions de travail, structurer et accorder des périodes de repos, même en situation d'urgence. Au sein de la compagnie, c'est aussi important de gérer le stress au niveau de l'entreprise elle-même. Une adaptation à un nouvel environnement. On vous a envoyé un nouveau chef, il faut s'adapter à lui. Il faut préparer un programme d'interaction et d'induction des nouvelles personnes. C'est pourquoi les entreprises minières, je les aime bien, parce qu'il y a toujours des process d'induction des nouvelles personnes qui arrivent. Et quand ces nouvelles personnes arrivent à l'entreprise, on les montre comment travailler de manière sécuritaire, comment s'occuper de ses collègues. Et ça, c'est vraiment important. Et il faut accepter son chef et son style de management. Certains se stressent parce qu'ils n'ont pas aimé la peau ou la couleur du chef. Si tu fais ça, tu vas te créer des problèmes inutiles. Donc, les méthodes de travail aussi doivent être claires, élaborées en entreprise. Le respect des règles de vie collective. Le milieu du travail, c'est aussi une deuxième famille. Donc, c'est important que vous puissiez vraiment respecter vos collaborateurs. Donc, au niveau de la structure de l'entreprise, il faut avoir le plan de travail, comme je vous ai dit, les congés. Mais si un employé se confie à son chef, il faut savoir faire l'écoute active, faire parler des tensions et faciliter des résolutions et organiser des team building. C'est important de faire des team building. Ça peut aider vraiment à résoudre des problèmes de tension au niveau de l'entreprise. Donc, en conclusion, il faut reconnaître les problèmes et identifier leurs sources quand vous êtes un leader. Quand vous n'êtes pas le leader, vous devez aussi les connaître et les remonter à qui de droit. Je vous ai dit de partager aussi vos difficultés et les réactions avec vos collègues et les proches. Il ne faut pas souffrir en silence. Essayez de trouver les moyens pour améliorer la situation. Il faut s'occuper de vous, pas tout le temps les autres. Il faut comprendre que le stress fait partie du boulot. Tu ne vas jamais avoir un travail sans stress. Donc, le fait d'avoir cette pensée, ça peut aussi aider. Éviter le surménage, entretenir et protéger l'esprit d'équipe. N'oubliez pas les règles de 3 R. Repos, repas, relation, c'est-à-dire sport. Reposez-vous bien, mangez bien et faire des exercices de relaxation. Ça, c'est très important. Donc, Mr. Hassan, this is my presentation, but Dr. Emmanuel asked me to do a small summary in English. If we have time, I can do that in 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
OK, donc on m'a demandé de faire le résumé. Allez, moi, je t'envoie ça. Toi, tu partages déjà dans le groupe, c'est possible. OK. My colleagues, Alimu, he will share this summary directly in the presentation. I send it. Hein? Oui, oui, on va comme ça. I speak about the highlights in the 3 groups of occupational stressor, those related in contents of work. We have 3 elements, key element stressor in the work area. The first one is related by individual. If you recruit a new guy in your company, you have to communicate with him. You have to do the health and safety lifestyle for them. You have to organize induction, training, and also give them the PPE, all of it, give them the company information. That's why this guy, he will not stress more if he arrives in his company. And also, we can have Other stressor is in the team, the relationship, the cooperation, the respect, clear organization, and activity and conflict resolution. The company must organize this before they put the team in relationships. Other thing in the company is company also stressor for the worker. Imagine if the manager cannot listen the employee, he cannot recognize the sign of stress, and we cannot recognize the best worker. And if he can attribute it with award to the worst worker, that can create a lot of psychological problem for the team. The rotation, a lot of mining companies have 3-time morning and midday and night shift. You have to respect the shift. You have to do a best rotation. Don't take your favorite guy, put them the time they want. The motivation, the collective prevention, the risk. Don't put the guy in the hazard. If the worker think the company has a lot of things to protect them, they are not psychological affect. In conclusion, the presentation emphasizes the need to recognize stress, share difficulties, and apply the 3R rule. In French, the 3R rule is rest. Rest is if you are tired, you can take rest, you can take break. You have to eat well, drink well. That is second R, that is repas. Repas is manger, etc. The third is R is relationship. Relationship, go to sport, go to exercise with your friend, and go to the picnic, safari with your friend to preserve work health and organization performance. That is the summary of my presentation. My friend also sent this, and I think Hassan or Emmanuel can share the presentation. Thank you for all, and I'm very happy to participate in this conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your insights with us. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to read some of the YouTube contributions mentioned by our respected delegates. So the one of the delegate is Oko Solomon. He has mentioned that, hello, distinguished fellows and professional colleagues, I am glad to be here. Another delegate is Oruch Christopher. He mentioned that he is glad to be on this event. And Mr. Rabah has mentioned that risks, if unaddressed, increase burnout and absenteeism in workplaces, higher rates of depression, anxiety, and family conflict, long-term economic productivity loss due to untreated psychosocial issue. And the last contribution is of Gozi. He has mentioned that, hello, distinguished personnels of different fields. I'm really glad to be here. Thank you so much, delegates, for mentioning your contributions on the YouTube live channel. Thank you so much. So now I would like to request Mr. Engineer Hafizur Rahman to make his remarks. Yes, sir, the floor is yours. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Suhaib, and all the respected representatives from global organizations, including the International Labour particular organization, the people related to any body of the United Nations or the fellows at Occupational Safety and Health Organizations, and specifically our organization, OSHAssociation, UK. It is truly an honor to be part of this important global discussion, because this way we are doing our part to enhance the safety around the workplaces, around the uh, daily lives. My name is Engineer Hafiz, and I am serving as an executive member of OSHA Association UK. I am by profession an engineer and have work experience around UK and Pakistan and Gulf region. Sorry, not the UK. So I would like to share very brief and short points, because most of the things had been said and uh, made understood regarding the today's topic of our summit, that is about the good psychosocial work environment, that how a psychosocial working environment can be a thriving factor about the workforce, and how the this factor makes the organization go stronger. So I will not take that much of time. Basically, uh, as I said earlier, most of the things have been explained to you in a well proper way. So I will just give a precise overview, and I will try to keep it very, very short. Just to conclude my this short and precise input, I will take just 5 to 10 minutes, and even lesser. Actually, what is the aim of today? There was a time when the safety was about physical safety. Mostly, it was about physical safety, and now the true safety is not only about physical safety, it is a combination of physical and psychological safety. So if a worker wear all PPEs and they are following all the procedures, so do you think they can be still unsafe? Yes, of course. My answer is yes, because safety is not only about the helmets or gloves or wearing the other PPEs, but the safety must exist also in the mind. That is something that make up a psychosocial working environment. And if we define it in proper words, then any psychosocial working environment, it will be referring towards the organizational, social, and human factors that are there to influence that how the workers think, feel, behave, and perform at a workplace. When these factors are well managed, workers are not only performing well, but they also thrive. And ultimately, when the workers are thriving, the organizations become the more stronger. So for the organizations, the thriving workers are the true goal. And the psychosocial working environment, a good one, is the only source that can provide with such workers. So if we, in occupational safety and health language, if we simply want to say, explain it, then in very, very layman terms, I would like to say that for by the meaning of a good psychosocial working environment is that how a workplace affects the human mind and how it make the workers feel better. If it feel workers better uh, at workplace, it make it a better environment for them, then it is a good psychosocial working environment. Actually, psychosocial working environment is how the work is designed or managed at a workplace and how it is experienced by the workers and how it affects the workers to think, feel, behave, and perform in a safe manner. So actually, what cause more incidents is not only the machines or work environment or physical situation, but also the distracted minds at a workplace cause the accidents. So these things are both very often connected. So if we improve the mental well-being of the workers at the workplace, then ultimately we are going to improve the psychosocial working environment for them, and that is ultimately going to result in a thriving workforce, which cause the organizations to be more productive and stronger. So now, if we do some reality check, a worker may look fine by appearance. He may be wearing the PPEs, he is following the SOPs, and then he is present at the work. There is no absenteeism, he is regular, but maybe he's not fine because internally he might be stressed, he might be fatigued, worried about family, he has some issues on mind, he is afraid of supervisor or he has job insecurity. So this thing tells us that the workers which seems all fine may not be fine. So this kind of workers, they cannot make the rational decisions. So if the decisions are not made rational at any level in a work environment, then there will be no productivity. And if there is no productivity, the organizations cannot be stronger. So any distracted mind at a workplace, it can be a dangerous source or it can be a hazard for a work environment. So being an occupational safety and health personnel, it should be of utmost importance for us to keep an eye on this kind of hazard which is not felt. So I would like to say that there are, along with the other hazard we are studying, but these one are the hazards which don't which are very silent hazards because they don't make noise until there is an accident, and we call them silent hazards. And it is a stress, it is a stress, the stress word for 6 silent hazards, and we can acronym them as a stress. And first of them is the shift fatigue. It is about the long work hours because most of the time the accidents occur in the last hours of the shifts. For longer hours, workers are working, they are fatigued, they are tired, and accidents happens. So the first silent hazard is the shift fatigue, and then the second one is the toxic leadership, because if the leaders are not open with the workers cannot say have their say into the decision making, into the work plan. So the workers feel fear. The the fear-based supervision always cause the hazards. Then there comes the role confusion. It's when workers are unclear about the expectations. Then the other silent hazard in stress is E for the emotional pressure. The worker may have pressure they have the pressure for the work deadline or any targets or any KPIs or any even the family pressures are the emotional pressures. And then there is the fifth silent hazard in the stress, which is the S for silence culture. That is workers afraid to speak. The workers are afraid to speak. They cannot give their opinion. They cannot plan their work. They cannot let their supervisor or the organization that how they themselves can be better. So this is the sixth hazard which is hidden in the stress. And the last one, S, is for social isolation. It is when the workers, especially in the migrant workers, it is the barrier, language barrier or cultural barrier. For example, from my experience around the Gulf, I know that different nationalities, the people with different languages, they also feel this kind of pressure that is called the social isolation. So these are the five hazards in the stress. You can remember them by the name of stress, that is shift fatigue, toxic leadership, role confusion, emotional pressure, silence culture, and then it's the social isolation. So these are silent hazards. They will cause the disasters in the organization. So when we are talking about psychosocial environment, actually we are talking about the soft hazards, and they are not the function of the HR anymore. They are actually the core responsibility of occupational safety and health teams, because the occupational safety and health is not about only physical safety. So another thing that is very important about this, because for the occupational safety and health personals, it is very important to know that in every country physical hazard may differ. It may vary from location to location, country to country. Some places the standards are very high for physical safety. Some country they are very poor. So the physical hazards may differ everywhere, but human stress is always same at all places. For example, there are always construction deadlines which cause the pressure, then the fatigue through long shifts. There can be multicultural workforces everywhere, and then there are language barriers in all workplaces, supervisors pressure, and these kind of things. They are all stress symptoms. So physical hazards may be different at all places. They may be differ around the countries, but stress is the unique thing. The unique thing is that they don't this kind of hazards that come from psychosocial environment as a result of the stress hazards. They don't have any passport, they don't have any unique geography, they are found everywhere. So as we were discussing time and again throughout whole discussion, we were focusing on these things. It looked like that all the occupation safety and health people are like talking about the like psychologists, how to improve the mental well-being of the workers. So it is the matter, it is the topic today. That's the reason again you are listening to me along with my other presenter, that I am again talking that how we can improve mental well-being of the people, because that is the key. If people are not fatigued, people are happy, their mental state is good, they like their work, they are heard at the work, then ultimately it is very, very, very easy and effective for them to follow the safety procedures, SOPs, and takes safety cautions. But if somebody is having stress and he is absent by mind at the workplace, but he is present at that place, he definitely can cause the danger. He himself or herself is a walking hazard for the workplace. So, like our today's topic, if psychosocial environment of an organization will be better, the employees will be more performers, and then the organizations will be stronger and the productive. So in this regard, as earlier my colleague presenter, he stressed, the solution is that leaders should care. And leaders doesn't only mean the organizational CEOs or people, everybody who is a manager, who is a leader, who is supervisor, who is leading someone. He should be, he should take care that people should be first. Because if the people are first, then of course the performance follows. If people are better, they are feeling better, they are performing better. So ultimately, performance will be there. And when you manage the psychosocial risks are proper, then ultimately the organizations are going to get fewer incidents, then there will be less absenteeism, then there will be better retention of employees, there will be reporting is the better, and then a stronger culture of safety and performance will be created. And ultimately, the productivity will be very high. So the workers, if they are healthy, they have healthy environment, they will not just work hard, they will work safe and hard, and they will make the organizations more stronger. So what we should do in this regard, the leaders, they should do the three practical actions. The three, first of all, they should listen, then lead, and also learn. Listening means they should create a system of psychologically safe reporting. They should make sure that a worker should be able to report his stress as easily as he is going to report some physical incident like spill or any short circuit or something like that. So they should be listening to people regarding their psychosocial issues. Then the the leaders, they should be trained on the supervising the emotional intelligence of the workers, of their subordinates, so that they can deal with their emotional stress. And then they should be learning
Mr. Hafiz,
from the
1 minute
psychosocial
left.
risks like any other
Sir,
firms.
1 minute remaining for your discussion.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
thank
Mr.
you.
Zuhair. Okay, just I'm just going to wind up, because I think most of the things we already have talked. Only as safety professionals, our responsibility is no longer only to protect workers from the visible hazards, but also from the invisible pressures. And the pressures, they come in the form of the stress. So if we protect workers physically, they will survive. And when they will survive and we protect them psychosocially, then they will definitely survive. And if the workers survive and thrive, then they will make the organizations truly strong. So the workplace of the future, actually, it will not be judged only by how many accidents it prevents, because as occupational safety and health organizations, before it was the mentality that the safer organizations are judged by the safety standards of how many incidents they are preventing. But the future organizations will not be judged by this. They will be judged that how many people they have empowered to work in a safe and thriving environment. So, as occupational safety and health leaders, let us build workplace where safety is not only war, it should be felt. It should be felt by the workers to have mental well-being, so that all the workforce and the organizations can be more stronger. So I will like to conclude here with this message that we should create some environment that is not only safe visibly, but it should be felt safe, and it should be a promise of mental well-being of the workers. I am, uh, I guess this is the need of the hour, and this is the theme of this conference for today. This smith of ours is focused on how we take something from today's talk, that how we can make the people safer at workplace by making them to feel easy and let them have the mental well-being. So with that, I would like to conclude, and definitely the topic is something that is more to discuss rather than the study. So any questions or any suggestions are welcomed, and I am looking forward to learn from all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And if somebody will want to have these notes, sure, I will be able to share them. Thank you very much. And Mr. Suhaib, any questions from any audience, please. And
Yeah.
no, please have the mic.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Hafiz, for sharing your insights with us. Thank you so much once again. So I would like to request Mr. Engineer Richmond Jonas, who is the country director of OSHAssociation Ghana chapter, to give brief goodwill remark. Yes, sir, the floor is yours. Sorry to say, you have only 1 minute for your remarks. Yes, Mr. Engineer Richmond.
Sorry, Mr. Richmond, I consumed the time.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, my brother Hassan, and
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, everybody who have been able to join today's presentation, marking the World Safety Day. What I want to say is, because of our economic crisis during this time round, it has affected a lot of workers, and they are crying because salaries has been slashed down, allowances has been removed, and a whole lot of things happening in the workplaces. And this aspect of the staff so much that productivity is also being affected because of this. But nevertheless, management will have to do their best to encourage them and also give them good morale, so that even though financial aspect is not going on well, the staff can also make their input well known and also bring up productivity, so that the company can have more to give. Nevertheless, we are in a crisis that you and I cannot do anything about it, but to manage it. As health and safety is concerned, we will say that we should always practice safe and do safe and make sure that whatever we do, whatever we think about, all our actions should be towards a safe productivity. Thank you all, and as we meet next year at same time, and maybe the date may change, I know, but the time will be same. God bless you all for being on board. God bless you, Hassan. Let's keep in touch out there.
Thank you so much, sir, for your beautiful remarks. Thank you so much. So I would like to request any three of the delegates to give remarks on the topic in 1 minute, please. Yeah. So you can raise your hand and I will be calling your names randomly and you will be given opportunity to speak your remarks in 1 minute. Who wants to volunteer? Anyone wants to volunteer, please raise your hand. Okay, Miss Anita, you want to volunteer?
Yes, anyone who have any say, anything, any questions, anything, because your participation is always valuable. Just, Yani, you have to just have anything on this topic so that we will know that the other people are also not sleeping or something like this. Just please, just say hello, hi, anything.
Mr. Okta, would you like to say something?
Where the hand? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I don't see what I put behind, but I just want to congratulate by all of the Guinean participants. I saw here a lot of Guinean who come for this meeting, and also the new friend I have. I would like to be in link about all OSHA association. We are in West Africa. I think we have a good big opportunity for safety or authority and big company like to speak now the health and safety. And I think in the future, I will need to share my experience and also take the experience for other safety professionals. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for mentioning your remarks. Thank you so much. Thank you. Mr. Okta has mentioned in the Zoom chat that, wow, it's very insightful and educative presentations. God richly bless OSH Association UK. Thank you so much, sir, for your comments. Thank you. So I think so now I would like to give the floor to Dr. Emmanuel. Yes, sir, the floor is yours now.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I think, Mr. Dr. Hassan, you can hear me, right?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate everyone for being part of these wonderful summits. Of course, it has been a very worthwhile for many of us to have heard from experts from pool of experiences they have over time. And talking about psychosocial issues is a general issues. We saw what is happening in the world today, the war going on between Iraq, Iran, and the whole world connecting is a whole lot of stress to learn, both in the developed countries and also in the developing countries. So I think it's something that we need to start helping ourselves, just like the Dr. Tina and also Miss Dorothy said in the area of women, ladies, unemployment. So many issues are out there in the world now challenging humanity. So I think that is why the United Nations have come up with these psychological issues so that we can be able to look at that and see how to address it. So I want to appeal, everyone always calm your spirit down. Can you put on the chat box, please, for me, calm your spirit down. You must calm your spirit down. Calm your spirit down. You know, that is the only way to get it done. And if you believe and if you trust this training and this workshop have been very impactful to you, especially many of us that are struggling in unemployment and so many things, you now have to see solutions. You now have to find solutions from somewhere else. You know, can you put a thumb up so out there? Can you just put a sign of significant or to show that you are following, that show that you have really learned something from these lectures today? And I'm so happy to be here. I can tell you I'm so very, very, very happy. Having listened to these experts is a whole lot of renewal for me also, because when I'm looking at myself, I work almost round the clock. You know, it's different meetings all the time, in different engagement, try to help humanity to solve one solution or the other. I still need to take care of myself. You know, that is one thing I have just learned from this very topic of this year. At this point, I want to say congratulations to everyone. I want to say see you again next year. See you again in next OSHAssociation activity, and we keep moving forward. Safety, we move forward. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you all.
Dr. Hazan, I think we should have really made some very good music to celebrate and to dance. We have to factor some of this thing into the game.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
you know, it's not easy to be alive. You know, I'm just having it. So I think we have come to the end of the show. Let's everyone on his cameras. Let's have a view. I can see some of my very good bosses and friends from Nigeria. You know, I've seen so many of them. I'm seeing Junior Brahman from Dangote Sugars, who was a top managing director for Dangote Sugars earlier before. I don't know. I'm seeing so many names I knew here. I'm very
Mr.
glad to
Sami.
meet you all. I'm very glad, very happy. You know, can we all unmute to our videos, do a shout out to everyone? I'm seeing Engineer Sami from Ghana.
Yeah. Engineer Sami, I remember.
He's so glad. I can't remember when I visited Ghana. That's almost 7 years ago. I've been in Ghana.
Yeah,
I'm
Mr.
looking forward to being in Ghana
Nice.
in this year conference. It's possible if you guys are inviting us from the
I
UK.
think we don't have anyone
Yeah.
from Kenya. Huh?
Yeah. So everyone, can we unmute to ourselves? Let's shout out to everyone. I think we have come to the close of the summit. Thank you, everyone.
Anyone from Kenya here?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, Mr. Sami, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Dorothy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yes, Mr. Sami.
Great.
Prepare for Ghana conference. Ghana
Yes,
conference.
I just remembered you now. Yeah, the Ghana conference. You did not announce it to us. Go ahead and announce it. But the event have closed. The technical team, if you have a music for us, can you put a music, please? Those are the technical team. Dr. Hazan and Mr. Ernest, if you have anything for us, can you put? We need to rejoice, you know. We need to be happy that we are moving into another phase with a new mindset, with a a new ideology to reduce our stress and to monitor what we do and what we are. Thank you.
Well
Yeah,
done.
thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.